Hello and welcome to the third part of our Elden Ring playthrough. If you managed to watch part 2, then I do appreciate that. So with part 2, we explored a bit further in, we lengthened the farming run, which we was doing on part 1. We lengthened that on part 2. And we also went through the first quest that you really should be doing. So we can progress further. And we're a bit more powerful now. Gain some levels. I've shown you how to make ruins from different methods. So we're going to carry on. I left outside Fort Hate, so just to remind you, it's this place here that we explored. With this third part, we're going to probably do another important quest. So, after you've gone through and picked up what you can for a little bit, while I was explaining. So let me grab these. Okay. Right. We're going to go back to the Church of Ella. We're going to go back there. We've got some ruins on us. And so now I've got ruins to spare. I've leveled up. And you know how to sell things. You should be grabbing these items from this guy. If you've got them already, fair enough. Good on you. And so we're going to want that. I'm going to get the telescope. Get these cookbooks, crafting kit, and I'm going to leave everything else for a minute. So once you've got the crafting kit, it'll come up with this notice saying, explaining containers. So have a read through of that, and we'll get into containers later. We don't need them right now. We just don't. Go to Mistwood Outskirts. This is where we're going to start the second quest. Don't really want it at night. However, it's not a bad idea. We're just going to run straight through, so it's not going to be a bad idea. I'm not going to engage anything or mess about with any of the bears. I have no need to. What are you going to be wanting to try and track down? Avoid the bears. Is some ruins. It's probably why it's best to do this in the daytime, because you can see a little bit better. Right, ignore that, that's another thing we'll get to after we've found the ruins and done this quest. To set a waypoint, just go onto your map, place your cursor over anything you want to explore, say the ruins there, and press A on it to place a beacon. Each beacon has its own number. So with that being number 1, we'll find number 1 on the bar at the top of the screen. And it'll give us a little indication as where we need to be going. So keep following it. Ignore the walking ghost guys just for now. If you can get away with defeating them, be sure to. Now, once you approach the ruins, you're gonna hear some, some wolf noises, like whistles and shit. Now, I don't know whether or not you can see them. Up there. So let me go into the wrong thing, sorry. Get your telescope out and you'll see him there, just perched right on top. See, that's a guy we're going to be wanting to speak to. So once you've come here to Mistwood Ruins and you hear the howling, a little icon will appear. And its name's Blaide the Half-Wolf. See, whenever you discover an NPC, like the one on the bridge we did the quest for Fort Hate, they'll pop up there. And that's how you'll know where they are. See, with that merchant who's there, Church of Ella, the guy in Church of Ella, he's there. But we're going to need to go back to the Church of Ella to find out why that guy is just up there. Now we're going to be wanting to get him down, so we can speak to him. So once you're back here, ignore all about that, and then it'll come up with a new topic, I'll call it a topic, about the Howling in Mistwood where you've just been. And it'll give you something called finger snap. Kind of looks like a mannequin. A finger snap. They're what you call gestures. They can make you perform different actions like wave. There we go, wave. Jump for joy, point forwards, rally and cry, and rest. We're going to get rid of one of them. So we'll get rid of jump for joy. And then we're going to find finger snap here. And we're going to put that in its place. And then with that, we're going to go back to Mistwood Ruins. Now, because I never moved the waypoint, I'm going to know exactly where it is, so when I land close to it, I know which direction just to go, because you can get lost in that forest, or take the wrong turn and you end up somewhere else. So it's always just worth just leaving it on there, just for the time being. You're on your horse, we're still on night time as well. Sure to keep collecting all your junk items, berries and all that sort of stuff. Some herb there. A lot of these ingredients you pick up can be used in crafting, but we have no need to craft anything just yet. Right, yeah. Just be careful around the ruins, because you'll find there's a sleeping ruin bear there, and that thing is just over the top. Once we've spoken to Blaide, the wolfman, I'll have a look at dealing with that ruin bear. Use your finger snap and it'll jump down. So just go on to your start menu. I'm on Xbox, so... And then just use your D-pad to go across to gestures. And just use the finger snap with A like that. Stand about here. Where you hear the howling. Finger snapping, it'll jump down and you can talk to him. Be sure to exhaust his dialogue. Get as much information you can out of him. And he's repeating himself, so he won't say anymore. So basically he's looking for someone. He's looking to get revenge or slay someone called Darrowil. Now to find Darrowil, just bear with me, I'm just trying to remember where he would be. I'm just gonna quickly just go there, and then I will show you on the map how exactly to get to Darrowil. Now if you go up here and you come through this graveyard, you'll notice a shit ton of poisonous spitting flowers, and they can be quite deadly. But if you come over here, you'll come to this thing here, and it'll come up with a prompt, and basically what it is it'll kind of lift you up this really high rock face here. You have to be on your horse, so you jump on your horse and up you go, and now you're on this level here. That one attacked me. I didn't think they could attack. This is going to lead you up here to this thing. Now, this is a nice little area just to do some farming, but on top of some of these tombs, these graves, you'll find golden ruins. And it's worth just picking them up. Because, well, once you use them, they're converted into ruins. This should lead you out up here. You'll recognise this place. This is where the convoy goes through. It's just a bit further up. So from where where you've just seen Blaide or whatever his name is, the big guy, probably would be best just to go over to a waypoint, Site of Grace. That's kind of near where we are now, which would be Agil, Lake South. And this thing here where I'm hovering over is where Darrowil is. That's the person we just need to go and kill for Blaide. So, pass time until morning. And then we're going to continue to go and deal with Darrowil. I've really got to start getting off of my horse and dealing with these guys. It just makes it more difficult than what it needs to be. There's a golden ruin there worth picking up. Now if we go up here, you see this statue here. This is a shrine of Marika, I think it's called, and it's kind of like a spawn point. For when you die, you can spawn back there instead of back at the Site of Grace. You can attack these if you want, and they're fairly easy to take down. You get rune fragments out of them. But if they manage to attack before you can take them down, the attack's pretty strong. So just be quick if you're going to be doing that. Otherwise, just leave them alone. You know what I mean? But you'll come to this thing here, and these are called Evergoals. And there's loads of them dotted about. They each contain a boss, like a mini boss. And so you can go in there and fight it out with one of these bosses. Sometimes you can summon someone to go in there with you, like an NPC or a friend, and or just make it easier for you. Or you can just go in on your own. Luckily this one's pretty easy. I'll show you when we get into there. So you'll come into this place here, and it's kind of like an arena. I mean, like a fighting stage. When you first come into here, make sure you don't go too far out from where we stood now. Otherwise it'll start the fight, and you'll probably end up dead. Come across to this gold sign here, and touch it. And then summon Blaide, whatever his name is, summon him, and just wait for a little minute. And here he comes. Right, and then just run straight straight towards this thing here. And there's Darrowwill there. Now what you want to do is you want to stay out of his way. You want him to focus on Blaide. And because you've got bloody slash, every now and then just go in with a slash. You can let them fight it out, because it really is his fight, but he can be beaten, Blaide, and then it leaves you with it. Now this guy deals bleed damage. Ah, he got me. Bear with. I was literally just one little tap off, just getting him before I could get away with that. Go back to the site of America and we'll just get it over and done with real quick. However, it is Elden Ring and you are going to die a lot. So it is what it is. Anyway, we're going to go back in. We're just going to get it dealt with. There's me ruins. Pick them back up so they'll restart that. So I get to keep them if I die again. I'm just going to get Blaide again. Wait for him to spawn in. I mean, if you are having trouble with this, then go back to the farming and do a couple of levels, or switch your tactics or whatever. And you'll do it soon enough. This is the easiest one out of the ever goals to do. As long as you're getting them bloody slash hits in and keeping out of his way, you should be okay. Don't forget you've got stamina as well, so you can roll out of the way, run out the way. Just keep your eye on your health for using the bloody slash. There we go. It's done. And then you get Bloodhound's Fang and 1400 ruins for defeating him. So basically you've got a really good weapon. Then you're going to come out here and you're going to see him stood there. And he gives you a somber smithing stone. Now you don't need to worry about that just yet, because you're not going to be able to use it anyway, so I would not worry about somber smithing stones just yet. However, the weapon you got is the Bloodhound's Fang, so if you can get your dexterity up to 17, and your strength 18, then yeah, you can wield that. And to be fair, it's a decent weapon. It is, especially once you start upgrading it. Weapons that take somber smithing stones will eventually level out as what they call a god slaying weapon. So they become really powerful, dealing heavy damage. So just keep hold of the somber smithing stone, and if you're wanting to use the Bloodhound's Fang, then be sure to make that happen. So we're level... Yeah, I know all about that. We're level 15 at the minute. See, now what I'm going to be wanting to do is raise my level to at least level 20, at least. So for me right now is I'm going to just trade in every single thing that I've picked up, material wise, and get my ruins for it, and see if I've got enough to be able to increase my levels a little bit. I'm going to come across to the merchant over here. I see anything on the way, be sure to grab that. I ain't buying today, mate, I'm selling. Now, we've picked up some golden ruins, and we can sell them for ruins. It's basically the same as using them anyway, so get them sold. Rainbow stones, I'll show you. Well, I can tell you exactly what they are. They are for testing whether or not jumping off a cliff or any sort of high place is going to kill you. So if you chuck a rainbow stone off and it smashes, you're dead. But if it hits the ground and doesn't smash, then you're okay. So they are useful, but not right now. And so I can get rid of it. I can get rid of the kukris and the rune fragments. And then we're just gonna quickly just sell all this. And it all adds up. 100 ruins there, 190 there, 3,000 there, 260, 500, 130, another 90, 220, 10, 20, and 10. And that leaves me with just under 10k ruins. Off the horse. may as well get them dealt with while I'm here. And then just literally just restart the process of just collecting and build it up again, because it soon does build up. It really does. Half the time you don't know how many you're picking up because you're that used to it. So I'm gonna level up. It's gonna cost just under 2,000 per level. So another vigor, another endurance, a strength, and a dexterity. Now I'm level 19, which ain't too bad. You can see my health bar and the stamina bar's gone up quite a bit. And the only reason why I'm keeping the stamina higher than the health is it helps to be able to roll out the way. You get more carry weight, so your equipment's lighter and you can move better. Opposed to being too heavy, it takes you ages to roll, and you know what I mean, you can't move all that fast, so unless you're going for a tank sort of build, which is a high health sort of thing, but I'm just going to do it this way. So blade's done, and you can see now that's lit up, so it means it's done. That's it, you can't do anything else with it. You can go back in there, but I don't see any point. So in part 1 I did say that there was 2 caves for us to go and explore, which would now be the right time to go and do them. It's just working your way back and just polishing it off. If you've done them by now, good on you. But if you haven't, then because you've leveled up a bit, you've got your bloody slash, your combat mechanics down, you're not carrying massive amounts of ruins. Yeah, you can start working on these caves and getting them done. So in part 1 we did come to this cave, and I think we had a little play around to see what's what with it. Did I buy the torch? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. I ain't gonna go grab it because it just means going all the way back up there. But you can buy torches from merchants, so it's probably worth just picking one up. It's pretty dark in here. Just give a bit of a scare. Sure to use shield. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. It's all part of the game. Just because you die, don't think, oh well, I need to level up 20 more times or whatever else shit. It happens. Things are gonna kill you. So don't think you're doing anything wrong, because you're not. It's just the wolves. Or fast, it's a dark cave, you know what I mean? There's multiple of them, it gets a bit mad. So it happens. Just go back in, try again. Bear with. If that happens, just wait by the door. I'll sneak in this time. Go grab me ruins first. All the way down here. There is an easier way just to do this, and you can just run down this way. You should be able to get down there before. But if essentially, you know what I mean, it's just better off to just kill the ball. Just watch this white one, because it's fast. Right, done him. And there's some more down there. Another one here. Cracked pot. We'll get into pots later. They do spawn back in as well, so if you can, try and avoid using loads of potions, because yeah, it could become a problem. We should be alright here though. Call your wolves in, because we're going to deal with this guy here. And stay out of his way. Let your wolves aggro him. We're going to use Bloody Slash, just watch your health. Let's take big bits of health off him. Just keep out of his way. They should be doing a pretty good job against him. Nah, he's nearly done now anyway, so just stay out of his way, because if he does get you, he can kill you pretty easy. There we go. Just let your wolves do it. And it gives you a Flame Drake talisman. I'll get into talismans in a minute. It's also just worth looking around the cave. I don't think there's anything to pick up in here. You can read the messages if you want. You can probably put your own message down, I think. Like this. You'll get templates. You know what I mean? Or you can see what messages you've discovered. Some of them have tips. Like, watch out for this, watch out for that. Some of them just just don't make sense. So it's down to you what you make of it, really. And then just leave this cave here, because it's done. I'm down to my last potion, so I'll take that, just in case. And still with the last two. Collect all this. Silver fireflies. Again. Item probably worth picking up. But we'll get into that on another video. Because it comes under crafting, so. And just rest of the site grace here. And that's the first one done. If you're carrying ruins in thousands, then use them. And then we're on to the next cave. So grab your horse. See, we came here in the first video, so it should look familiar to you. Kill all these if you wish. Should be safe. Anyway, so talismans. These things, as you go along, you'll find items which will give you more slots for talismans. They each do a different thing. So raises maximum HP. So it gives me a bit more HP. As you can see there, my HP bar is at 633. If I swap it out, it goes down to 598. The one we've just picked up boosts fire damage negation, so it gives you a bit more resistance to fire. So it's really down to you which one that you want to put on. There is this thing also, a sacrificial twig. So that will be lost instead of your runes. So instead of dropping your runes when you die, you'll drop that. And you'll still have your runes, so you can just don't have to worry about going back to pick them up. You can just carry on or whatever. There's a site grace in here. Now, with these places, catacombs, you've got to be really, really, really careful. Really careful. Everything that's got, every grace sign that's got a red stripe through it just means that you've discovered it. But with the catacombs, it's where some of the most annoying creatures live. And this is no exception. This one, you probably will die a few times. I'll tell you for why after I've just dealt with this guy. They can be killed, they are just fast and they are pretty deadly. They cause bleed damage and they can pop out of anywhere. So it's just worth just taking your time through and just make sure to tackle it with, you know what I mean, an open mind, because it is a difficult catacomb to do at the start of the game, especially if you don't know where you're going. like what to expect. See, now you've got this guy up here, so you might drop down and just get on top of them straight away. Right, don't give them any sort of room to move or to attack you. Don't give them too much space. These white flowers are worth picking up, so be sure to pick them up, because of course we'll get into that. And you are going to need them. You'll come through to here and you'll see one of the creatures on the wall there. Bloody Slash works well against them, but you've just got to remember that it cuts away at your health. So on top of all these hazards, you know what I mean, it could be an issue. It's probably why you get the talisman, actually. So yeah, just to get rid of that, just try and run behind it and smack it, and it will disable it. Now, as one word of advice, if you're tackling this catacomb, just be prepared to do it a couple of times, because that shit's gonna happen. And just wait for us to load back in. Yeah, and if you have to start again, you have to start again, but you don't really have to kill them. Them two, you can just run straight down. The objective of this catacomb really is to get this door open. But you can't, because it's, you know what I mean, you need to find the lever. The lever. To be able to open that door. So you've got to go through this and just run straight through. Grab him with Bloody Slash. That one should still be disabled, so we just have to worry about this one now. Let's try and time how long. Try and leave right. I wouldn't worry too much about going in there, but if you do go in there, there's two little goblins in there, so you might die again, but at least you'll have shut it off. One there. If you go too far in, he'll attack you from behind, and as you can see, there's a red bar counting down. That's bleed damage. If that was ever to be a full red bar, I'd die instantly. Just use your lock on, your shield, and you shouldn't have too much of an issue. And try and follow up as quickly as you can with the attacks. Grab everything in this room, including the little white flower. And then you've just picked up an ash called Wandering Nobles. Be sure to pick that up as well. Now you should see a ledge down here, so just ever so slightly, just don't go too far off, otherwise that'll happen. Then it brings you back around here, but as I said, you've dealt with the fire thing. I think I need to be a bit faster. Just don't worry too much about it, you should still be alive. It can just be really annoying to get down onto the... There we go. Down. And then down here. Deal with this guy. Another white flower there. Nothing else. There's leather, so... And it'll tell you that a door's opened. And then because you'll probably be running low on potions, just double back, head to the start, rest up. Don't worry about them in there unless you really have to. And then this will bring us through the door here. Now, whenever you come across a boss, you'll always see this, which is kind of like a gold mist. So it'll give you a bit of, you know what I mean, the boss can't touch you, you can't touch the boss. And then you can just gather yourself, you know what I mean, and plan what you're going to do. So, we'll get wolves out. Stay out of this guy's way, because it can get deadly. Use your bloody slash, stay out of the way of fire. Your wolves should be taking the beating for you, because they're attacking faster than you. He sees them as more of a threat than you. So just get as many digs in as you can before he kills the wolves. Stay away from that flame. Shit, you got me. I'd have got him first if that last bloody slash got him. So yeah, don't worry about it if you end up dying, because you've opened that. You can just run straight back in, and it's not too much of a problem for you. Just try again, change your tactic. Be sure to always grab your ruins whenever you go into a fresh fight. Just put as many bloody slashes in as you can. Roll out the way. If you're going to heal up and he's locked onto you, don't just try and get them to aggro him and then use your potion. His attacks are pretty powerful as well, especially at lower level. Nah, he got me again. We'll try third time. We'll try third time. So yeah, again, once we've got to this bit, be sure to just run through. If you've died, then, and you've got to this bit, you've gone in and you've died, then just try it again. Just be sure to just keep well away from him. Let your wolves keep attacking him. Keep your health up, because his attacks can be pretty dangerous. And if you've got bloody slash involved, then, you know what I mean, just, yeah. And it'll give you the noble sorcerer ashes. And then you just come to here and return to the entrance. So, once you've loaded back in, just bear with me. So once you've loaded back in, you've come back out here. Because it's not sent you to the Grace site, you'll need to visit it to get your potions restocked. And of course, level up. So we're going to put one into Vigor again. Another one into Endurance. So now we're at level 21. So we're getting there. So because now we've done these, they're on there. So they're the 2 caves done. And then there's the coastal cave, which we'll get to pretty soon. We're not going to do that just yet. So with that, we've done Blaide's quest. We've got the Bloodhound Fang weapon, and we've completed the 2 caves and leveled up a couple more levels. With the videos, I'm going to leave the deaths in, because I really want to be able to show people that I've played this game. This would be my 4th run through, and I still end up dying. It doesn't really matter. So I'll leave them in just to prove, you know what I mean, that even after a couple of playthroughs of the game, you can still get your backside kicked. You know what I mean? No matter how many times you've played it, it's just surprising some of the ways where, you know what I mean, you're so close and you just one swing off, but the enemy gets there first. Or, you know what I mean, you back yourself up against a wall and you can't go anywhere. You can't go back or whatever, and yeah, it happens. So, with that, we'll go back to the Church of Ella. And we'll leave it there. For when we continue on the fourth one. The fourth part, which will be another quest. Some further exploration. And then getting prepared to go through the castle. So we'll be getting rid of the first main story boss. So with that, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope this walkthrough is helping people out. But if you enjoy the content, leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel. And if you wish to see anything, any walkthrough of any part that you think I've missed, or whatever else, be sure to comment, and I can get something sorted for that. But until then, I'll catch you later. Have a good one.